Hi and welcome back. The protest in Nigeria, nationwide protest, is currently ongoing. It was scheduled 1st of August to 10th of August, and we hope it doesn't extend. We just hope that the government listen to our demands. And I know some people might be out there or we want to go out there for the protest, but most of them don't really know the demands. They don't really know the points. They don't really know the reasons why we are going out there to protest. Yes, we know it's end bad government, end bad governance. We know that hashtag end bad governance. Well, what are the demands? What are the points? What are the things that we need the government to look into during these 10 days of protest? I'm here to tell you the things that we are demanding from government, and they target non-negotiable. It means is either this or we control the protest. So stay tuned, let's take a ride into the demands of Nigerians going out there to do the protest. Number one is that Nigerians are asking, or Nigerians are demanding the government to scrap out the 1999 constitution and create a new constitution that reflects us as Nigeria, that reflects our culture, that will understand, that sees us the way we are. Because so many people have the opinion that the constitution that we are using doesn't reflect what we really stand for here as Nigerians. Then the second reason is for them to scrape out the senators. And now we are demanding that they scrape out the senators and retain the House of Representatives. And even when the House of Representatives is being retained, they should carry on their duties only of part-time endeavors. It shouldn't be a full-time thing. Then the next one is they are opting out, or they are demanding from the government for diaspora voting. When you talk about diaspora voting, is when a Nigerian that is outside the country can be able to vote wherever he or she is residing in. Sounds so interesting. I really like this point because a lot of Nigerians that are in diaspora really wants to vote the last time the election was on, but they couldn't because they were outside the country. So I don't know, what do you think about this? What do you think about this demand? Are you in support of this particular demand? Because for me, I love this demand. I would like to know your opinion about diaspora voting. Moving on, they talked about the release of Nnamdi Kanu. The release of Nnamdi Kanu and every other person, every other end-SARS detainees. According to them, that some people that was detained during the end-SARS are still in prison up till now. So they should release every end-SARS detainees and also release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally and possibly give them compensation. It's for the government to invest massively in education by giving university students, by giving students grants and not loans. Remember the last law that Tinubu approved was what is it called? The loan bill that was passed into law. Now students will be given loans, and this demand is talking about giving students grants and not loan, and also making primary education compulsory and free in the whole Nigeria. Next demand talks about renationalizing publicly owned enterprises sold to government officials. Now, there's so many things that the governments owned before now, like NEPA. It was government that was managing NEPA before. Now, NEPA has been privatized. So a lot of things that I can't remember right now, but a lot of things that were public enterprises before and they were not converted to private, they were not privatized. So they're talking about those things reversing back to public enterprise. The next one is to reinstate corruption-free subsidy regime to reduce hunger, starvation, and multidimensional poverty. Subsidy from all angles: electricity subsidy, fuel subsidy, and every other subsidy that will be for the interest of the country. The next one is to probe past and present leaders that have been accused of looting the treasury, to recover their loot, deposit it in a special account to fund education, healthcare, and infrastructure. Then the next demand is to reconstruct the constructing of Nigeria, decentralization and regional development. Let's move over to the next demand: to reform of security agencies to stop the continuous human rights violation. This is very important because this was the same point that led to end-SARS. If you can remember very well, this was the same point that led to the end-SARS protest that we did years ago, where police brutality was massively recorded here in Nigeria, and the youth were angry. We hit the street and we asked the government to stop that and asked the police to stop that. So this point exactly is also emphasizing on the House We like to have baked protests that we did, because the Nigerian government kind of invaded us, according to Falani, that they sent talks to protesters during the NSAS. And when Nigerians you started reacting to the talk, they now sent soldiers upon us. So it was ended abruptly. So this is a continuation of it. The next one is to establish a special fund immediately to drive massive corruption-free power sector development. It's just like recent time when they increased the tariff and all those untold hardship that have been brought upon people. We have not even seen money to eat food. Talk of buying tariff with the highest lowest point and with the highest money. The next one is the reconstruction of Nigerian electoral body to remove corrupt individual. See, one thing about this point and this demand is that there are different people that outline demand, but the most popular people or the most popular demands is the one made by Showere and the one by this LP former governor aspirant in Lagos State. I'll leave his name on the screen and his picture on the screen. Two of them mapped out non-negotiable demands from government, and the one I am saying to you guys now is the one by Showere. I'll also read the 10 points or 10 demands from the former governor aspirants from Labour Party, Lagos State. I'll read it out to you guys later, but let's finish up the 15 demands that is being outlined by Showere. Let's continue. The next one is massive investment in public works and industrialization. Again, the last, remove cabals of corrupt generations of judges and judicial officers denying citizens access to real justice. See, on this part, I think they hit the nail on the head. You know, sometimes our judges kind of hide under the law to perpetrate injustice. What do I mean by hiding under the law? You know, the law can be a bit ambiguous, that it will now depends on the person that is interpreting the law to now give it a shape. For example, let's use the case of Bobrisky and Cubana chief priest. For example, they both committed naira mutilation and one person went to jail while the other person is walking free. Now, when it comes to naira mutilation, the law outlines so many punishment for it. The law says either you go for minimum of 6 months imprisonment, or they give you a fine, or you pay a fine and also go to prison. Now, in this case, what I mean by the law can be ambiguous, or it can leave discretion to the judge that is giving the judgment. It can leave him with options on what to do. Whatever it is that he feel like is okay at that point in time, he will give. Now, when the law talk about fine and talk about imprisonment, in this case, the judge that was sitting in that court gave Bobrisky imprisonment, and the other judge gave the chief priest a fine to pay. You see it, they have the discretion to give you punishment, or they have the discretion to give you fine. Do you understand it? So that's what I mean by the law can be ambiguous and can be open and left for the judge to decide. So in this case of injustice now, people will not tag the fact that Bobrisky went to prison injustice, because the other person committed the same thing that he committed, but the other person is walking free. Not like walking free, he paid a fine, but that person is in there. So I'm really using this example because I really want people to understand some extent that what we sometimes feel like is injustice is not actually justice. Is judges using the law to their advantage, because it's the law that is stipulated. It doesn't deny the fact that yes, there are so many injustices going on in Nigeria, but I just want you people to get this thing straight by using this example. At least now that you have known the demands from the citizens, me and you, now that you have known our demands to the government, yeah, you can now go out there and exercise your right, which is protesting when when a sitting government is not favorable for you. Is our right, which is enshrined in the Constitution. At least you can be able to tell one or two things while we are going out there, or the things that we are demanding from government. I just hope you learned a lot from this video. Thanks for watching to this point. If you watched to this point, thank you so much, and give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Don't forget to share to someone that needs to hear this information. Remember, only few people knows about this demand, but they know we are going out there to protest or end bad governance. So share this video to them, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. See you guys in my next one. Bye.